What's going on, people? It's your boy DLB, back with another episode of DLBTV. Today we're going to have a little bit of a discussion. Well, we are going to have a discussion. In this week's episode, I'm going to talk about specs. There's been, a lot of talk about the PlayStation being 50% more powerful than the Xbox One, and they're using 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 compared to Microsoft using 8 gigabytes of GDDR3, and so on and so forth. And in the comment section below, I want you guys to discuss with me, talk with me about this topic, because I really want to get other people's opinions on this. Me personally, when it comes to specs aren't the end of the world for me. I mean, yes, they're great. Without a shadow of a doubt, specs are awesome. They're definitely important because that's how how it determines how powerful or how much textures or high res textures or physics and so on and so forth. How great these games are going to be. But sometimes I think people take it a little bit too far. I think specs are important, but they're not everything. For all my sports fans out there, and even you guys who are into tech, I mean, constantly you'll hear, well, on paper, that's phenomenal. Like when a new team in the NFL or the NBA, they draft well, or they may have a great offseason as far as free agency goes and things like that. And on paper, the perfect example, the LA Lakers on paper last season, they looked like they were going to do some damage, and in all reality, they barely made it into the playoffs. So I mean, I feel the same way with consoles. Like, everybody keeps saying, oh my god, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. I think they're both have phenomenal hardware in them. You're going to see great games coming out of both. Yes, the PlayStation console is more powerful, without a shadow of a doubt. I am not arguing that. But if last generation showed us anything, does that stuff really matter? The PlayStation 3 was more powerful than the Xbox 360, and at times you didn't even see the true power of the console. Hell, in the beginning of the cycle, there were games that were looking better on the Xbox 360 than they were the more powerful console, being the PlayStation 3. Now, granted, developers were having a hard time grasping all the horsepower that there was because it was difficult to develop for the platform. Nonetheless, spec-wise, on paper, it was more powerful than the Xbox 360. Yet we only got to see that power when there was a PlayStation exclusive. We had Uncharted, Metal Gear Solid, The Last of Us, Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain, Heavenly Sword, games like that. When it was exclusive titles, that's when you finally got to see what Blu-ray was all about. What was the purpose of having this Blu-ray disc? What was the purpose of having this supercomputer, as we were calling it earlier in the generation? So I just want people to kind of just take a step back and calm down, because again, last generation showed us that specs aren't everything. All the games that I saw at E3, whether they were exclusive to the PlayStation console or exclusive to the Xbox console, they all looked similar and on par. So, and that's even the exclusives. Killzone, Infamous, those exclusives didn't look crazy different from Rise or Dead Rising. So I think we really won't see the true power of these consoles until about 2 to 3 years down the line. At that point, we can definitely readdress the topic and see how things are going then. But in my humble opinion, I truly feel that specs are not the end of the world. I would love to hear you guys take on this in the comment section. Is the hardware the end all be all for you? Is it just so important that, oh my god, the Xbox isn't running GDDR5, so for that reason alone, I'm not gonna get an Xbox. Things of that nature. I mean, it's getting pretty crazy out there, people. It's getting pretty crazy. So I just wanted to bring up the topic, see what you guys have to say. You guys see my point of view. Leave your comments below. Make sure you guys check out the blog, DLB-Network.com, and follow me on Twitter, @DLB23. Until the next video, people, I'm out. Peace.